Well, I'm going to install a rocket shift heel toe shifter on my 2011 Sportster. I'm going to be putting on the show polished. Also comes in black powder coat. And this will fit 2004 and up Sportsters that have forward controls. The first thing we're going to do is unloosen these heim joint bolts. That's so I can adjust the rear peg up and down. We're going to take off this bolt. We're going to drop this down. Next thing we're going to do, take out the bolt that holds this unit in. Okay, now there's a retaining ring on the back of this shaft, and it is near impossible, at least for me, to get to with proper tool. So I'm going to take off this bracket. I had a broken heel several years ago, and I didn't feel comfortable riding my big bike, so I sold it and I got a Sportster, and I didn't like toe-only shift. So I looked around and I could not find a heel-toe shifter. So I started to develop this about 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And the result was the rocket shift. I'm taking that retaining ring off. Okay. Slide this off. We'll take off the peg because we're going to reuse it. Set this aside. We will not need that again. Put the rocket shift on the shaft. Put the shaft back on. Put the retaining ring back on. Okay, we're going to remount the bracket. And don't forget this little hummer right here. The rocket shift makes it much easier to shift. Takes a lot of pressure off. Makes it much more comfortable. Very positive shifting. And that's good. That felt like company specs right there. All right. Make it snug. Okay, next thing we're going to do is connect the shift linkage to the shifter arm. Another feature is that any foot peg that'll fit a Harley will fit the rocket shift. So you can make this truly individual. Okay, there we go. Nice and snug. From past experience, I know that the position I want for the rear peg is all the way back. There's two other holes that are spaced a ½ inch apart, so you've got a total of a 1 inch travel for the rear peg. And again, get it nice and snug. This whole thing is made out of 6061 aluminum, and it's CNC machined. All the parts are replaceable on it. It's got a Delrin bushing, much thicker than the original one, and should last a lifetime. Now, if the rear peg is not to your liking, you can take the bolt out of the shifter peg, and you can turn this heim joint in and out to raise or lower the back shifter peg. And you also have more adjustment here. Making the shaft longer will push the peg down. Making it shorter will pull it up. Because this is set where I want it, and again, nice and snug. The reason I'm doing this without a lift on the ground with the kickstand, I wanted to show everybody that you don't have to have special equipment to put your rocket shift on your bike. Not everybody has a lift and special tools, and I wanted to make this thing accessible to everybody. Okay, tighten this up. Front peg. Snug it up. And that's a complete installation. once you get your back peg set, if this front peg is not where you want it position-wise, here's what you do. And if for any reason you find that you need an adjuster peg for the rear, extra ones are available. I don't pack two with each, I pack one. That's generally all you need. The adjuster peg allows you to adjust your front peg up, down, or around. It'll go in 360 degrees. Again, you can use it up or back. You have the same. Okay, this is about where I had mine. What you do, you snug it up by hand, put your peg in, the main thing is that you can adjust all the way around, put it wherever you need it, and with 3 different positions back and forth and all around, this will fit virtually any rider's foot. Everything is CNC machined, and this may be a bit of an overkill, but it is a nylon locking nut, and it's just kind of like extra insurance. I never fail to get comments wherever I go with this thing. I've had a patent pending on this from just about the beginning, after about the second prototype that I actually had on my bike. And the thing works. There's complete installation of a rocket shift shifter.